Hello again, friends. Well, hello for the first time. Well, you see, I'm a slightly different narrator, and we're going to be taking a quick siesta from Clay and Bogey's adventures. This here story takes place about a half a year before the Riverboat Adventures, and about a half a year after the Grumsh Wars. So sit back and enjoy this Bemaffling ballad. East Beach City, a beautiful coastal getaway where the rich and famous of Biffton go to relax, spend their wealth, but mostly get away from the worries of an otherwise hostile and uncivilized continent. The entire coast is comprised of various beautiful sandy beaches. Some have golden dunes, and others are white sands, laden with palm trees and cool breezes. Others still are black sand beaches with rocky alcoves, caves, and inland cenotes leading down from the dwarven foothills. The waters off the coast of the EBC are sapphire blue with bands of emerald green as far as the eye can see. Hotels, restaurants, and cabana flotillas pepper the beachside. Anyone is welcome, of course, but only the rich can afford to enjoy all the EBC has to offer. There are many resorts, many casinos, even more restaurants, theme parks, and so on. But none of these compare to the Big Five. We open on yet another beautiful sunny day in the EBC, cool breezes coming off the shore, and 3 new people coming into its doors. One from the north, one from the west, and one from the southwest.
So, my name's Jimmy Sooter. You can call me Jim or Jimmy or Soot or Sooty or Soots or Sooter or Jimmy Soots. I come from the fire plane, the elemental plane, and I don't want to tell you too much, but suffice to say, I can get out of a pinch. I'm an artificer, so I'm somewhere between a wizard and a tinkerer of sorts. So I got red skin. It looks like I may be overloaded. I would look kind of like a backpacker who's just like got his whole life on him. And I have a special friend on my back, a metallic monkey named Mo. All of my hair is fire, and I'm smoking. Literally,
constantly, like
wherever I go, there's either a cigarette or a cigar or a pipe in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm playing Seeker. I am a tiefling, older fellow, about probably mid-60s to early 70s. Got very dark red skin and long gray hair. I travel pretty light compared to Chimney over there. I have a robe of eyes that I've fashioned into a suit of eyes that help me see around. I also carry a rod, like a cane, around with me, and I also wear a hat, like a little top hat. Yeah, I try to travel light and easy.
Horns?
Oh yeah, sure. I think I have pretty small, unassuming horns, something like a satyr would have.
Okay. Tail?
Gotta have a tail, sure.
You hide it? Or you let it?
I let it ride.
You wrap it around your leg and call it your third leg?
I don't. I think I just let it...
Your fourth leg?
Hang around. I actually have a third leg, yeah.
So
I just added
fifth
this into my guy. He's really interesting.
Level 14, I mean...
I can kind of do what... Yeah, we're level 14.
You can have another leg.
Thank you. That's Seeker for you. I'm a warlock.
And that is Seeker. And now we're going to talk about our third member of our party. Blue skin?
I'm blue.
You're blue.
Yeah. And I'm totally hairless. By choice.
Is that, I was going to say.
Barrier plume, served in the Air Ganassi Army in the elemental plane. I'm not quite sure how long ago that war ended.
6 months.
6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the Grumsh War, that's right.
Correct.
So That's influences his rogue scouting. He was a member of the army. He also is a ranger horizon walker, and when the Air Ganassi lost the war, he fled to this land. Now he works as a cutthroat for hire.
I think we're going to open. A few things I wanted to say. So, my name is Sam. I am going to be DMing this session. I know y'all are normally used to hearing Jackson DM. I'm going to take a swing at it today and let Jackson get some play in.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice. It's nice to just enjoy the ride every once in a while instead of having to build the roller coaster.
It's been years.
So I'm going to be using Jackson's world that he has already built. So there are going to be references to things that you have probably already heard, and there's going to be building on top of things. So one homebrew item that I like to use is this concept that runs counter to inspiration called desperation. Inspiration works by the DM awarding a player basically advantage on any D20 roll if they feel like the player has acted spectacularly or really well and in line with their character. Desperation is going to be if a player decides to metagame, do things outside of their character, or do otherwise reprehensible things. The DM can give disadvantage on any D20 dice roll, and the DM gets to decide when to do that. So I don't really foresee that really coming up, but if it does, it'll be fun to do. We are going to jump right in to East Beach City, a beautiful, vibrant, rich coast city in Biffton, with these three characters entering all for their own reasons. And we'll start with you. You have made your way to...
I'm sorry. Shit. I have a magic carpet.
Yeah.
So...
I was just about to ask how you feel like you got there.
Oh, yeah. I rode my carpet.
Excellent. I was kind of hoping you would say that.
Fuck yeah. Like, I don't get around any other way. I'm not going to walk.
I don't think we can use it for copyright reasons, but I'm hearing the theme from that one Disney movie.
We actually got those.
We got it right.
You
can do
it. You locked those in? Fantastic. Okay, great. So you come riding into East Beach City, and do you remember what brought you here?
Oh, absolutely. Well, so I had pretty well run the gamut on that casino in Whiskey Springs. The dwarves that I encountered, they mentioned that East Beach City has some really badass casinos and hot nightlife, and I was thinking maybe I might head there. But what I won from them was an item that when I looked at it and when I held it, I was compelled.
Yes, you were informed that you needed to make your way to East Beach City because you looked at this cameo and you immediately were enraptured with it, even though the image on it was just of the ugliest person you've ever seen.
Oh yeah, like wretched looking.
And you heard in your mind, you must make your way to the East Beach City. You must seek clarity. So yeah, you arrive. So why don't you give me a perception check?
Okay.
To sort of get an idea of where you're going.
I got 17, I add 1 for my perception, so 18.
That's a great roll. So as you approach the east, you see this vast blue expanse, and you see glistening buildings where the water meets the land. And way off in the distance, you see it just looks like a giant white tree out in the ocean. And it sort of grabs your attention. But as you are approaching East Beach City, you do see several large illuminated billboards in strange lighting that say, "Welcome to East," flashes, "Beach," flashes, "City," flashes, and the whole sign flashes really bright.
Oh, that third flash. Oh, yeah.
Dice are rolling on the sign. Coins are falling on the sign.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and as you look down at this city, it is just, even though it's the middle of the day, there's still green, blue, red neon lights shining, and people are walking all around.
Holy shit.
And you can smell it. Even though there's a strong sea breeze blowing in, you can smell the money. You can smell the GP.
Can I smell the felt and the cards and?
If you get a little closer,
am I smelling money?
You're smelling cold hard GP.
Smelling the gold.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But there's also that familiar whiff of like sadness, losers.
Oh, I'm used to that. I actually can't smell that. That's on me. That smell is already
that's
permeated.
your cologne.
So I was looking at that tree and I was really interested, but the flashing lights are holy shit. I'm gonna dive straight down.
Awesome.
For the first door I see into a casino.
You only just now noticed that it is a building designed to look like a mountain with a red dragon on the side, and you're going up the back of the dragon, and the elevator will exit out his mouth into the casino proper.
Damn. It's tight.
Yeah. There is a 20 gold cover to get in.
I let Mo hold my money. He's a little bit better with money than I am, so I let the monkey on my back hold my coins, and I'm just going to say, Mo, I need 1p. And he's going to pass me a platinum.
Does Mo make noise?
Kind of like, yeah, he'd be like, or R2D2 kind of stuff. Like, yeah. Not so monkey-like, but kind of monkey.
Is this an animal monkey or a robot monkey?
It is a robot, a magical robot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shame.
It is one of my infusions.
Yeah. So Mo will make a and hand off the money.
Yeah.
You're going to get your change.
All right, so I just got 100 G. I'm going to pass 80 back to Mo. I got 20 going in.
Mm-hmm. As you walk into the Red Dragon Casino, it is full of smoke. There are people playing, a lot of people looking really nice, dressed up really well, and a lot of people are looking at you.
I slide a cigar out from behind my ear. Actually, a cigarillo. This is a skinny cigar here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put that in the side of my mouth and then just like whip my hair forward so that some of it falls onto the... It's like real long and gross, and it falls onto the front of the cigarillo and very slowly lights it. It's just barely hot enough if you keep contact.
Are you trying to look cool?
I'm just doing what I do.
Oh, okay, cool. You're not trying to impress anybody. This is just what
I don't
you
think
do.
it's impressive. It's just how I light my cigarillo.
Welcome in, sir. I just need to make sure you're not bringing in any weapons into the facility. Or if you keep them stowed, that's fine too.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Veritas Security secures this whole premises, and believe you me, we act faster than you do.
Oh, I believe you. I'm pretty slow.
And you see under his badge, it says, Claritas Securities, the clear choice for protection and security. As soon as you read that on the badge, you hear those voices again.
Yes, that's right. Seek clarity. Clarity is what you seek. Yes.
And you feel this compulsion.
Is the compulsion pulling me away from my usual compulsions?
It is. It's really strong.
Like I have my hand on the slot and I'm like, clarity.
Yeah. Because here's how we're going to play it.
This has never happened to me.
I know. Here's how we're going to play it. You feel like you could make some money off of these slots. You feel like you could make more for some reason.
I paid to get in here.
Yeah.
A lot.
It's a strange thing. It's almost as if you are under some sort of influence. Sir, is everything okay?
Can I have my money back? I need to go to the bathroom. I need to leave.
Oh, I mean, there's a bathroom down the hall, but
No, I couldn't do it here. I'm embarrassed.
Okay. And Bill's like looking you up and down, noticing all the crap you have on you, puts a finger in his left ear, and he leans down. And just then you notice a small pin in his lapel that is a pearl. This is Bill. Listen, I got to step outside for a moment, take a guest outside. No, everything's fine. I think they just need some fresh air. Okay. Let's go outside. Come on.
Oh, gee. Wow. Thanks, Bill.
You get down the elevator and he walks outside and he says, is there anything else I can do for you? Anything you need help with? You seem like you might be new to town. You seem like you've never been to the EBC before. And this is a big city. It can swallow people up pretty fast. If you're looking for help or guidance or anything, and he points literally like 2 blocks behind him to this massive building. And you probably would have noticed it before, but you
If I was looking for
have a
something.
horrible gambling problem.
Yes, I do.
And you just can't not notice this. You notice this giant building. He says, that's Claritas Security Headquarters. It sort of doubles as a as a tourist guide. It sort of doubles as a chamber of commerce. We're sort of a little bit of everything here in the East Beach City. Simultaneously, as that's happening, a tiefling comes walking into the town. What does Seeker do when they arrive?
I think Seeker would have hitched a ride with the nearest caravan coming in, convinced them to,
That's definitely on brand.
to pick him up. So he's probably sitting on the back of some wagon, rolling into town.
Wow, you couldn't have picked two different ways to get to the city. So, you make it to the outside of town, and again, you see the same thing. Giant illuminated billboards, mostly signs for East Beach City, mostly signs for other casinos.
Okay. I think as I'm sitting back there, I'll turn to this crew that picked me up, whoever. Thank you, my friends, for the lift. I very much appreciate it. Perhaps you could give me some input on this city. Have you been here before?
Oh, yeah, we come through here all the time. Listen, this place is really hoity-toity, but someone like you with that kind of suit, I bet you'll be
Sure.
fine.
Yes. Please continue.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, there's lots of good places to eat. A lot of good places to get drunk here, too.
Sure, yes, of course. Let me ask you, do you know any place that could perhaps bring me clarity?
Well, let's see. He goes, well, I don't know, but you could try that building. And he points to this incredibly tall building that is shaped like an ascending staircase covered in glass that says Claritas. And you have that thing where if you read, you can like read all writing and know all languages and bullshit, right?
Yeah, I
You
would
can read everything.
I would be able to, yeah.
Yeah, you recognize that Claritas is an elven word that means clarity.
Okay. I see. Well, that was rather obvious, wasn't it, my friend? Yes,
Oh,
thank
well,
you.
I don't know. I'm assuming these are like wood elves and like forest gnomes.
Sure.
And just
Yeah.
like, well, that's literally the only thing that like stood out to me. But
Man, that's very perceptive of you, yes.
well, he rolled a 20.
Wow,
He
very
looked at
good.
the city.
Let me just say, I've enjoyed your company and your ridiculous accents very much. Yes,
Oh.
thank you for the ride.
You're welcome, I
Yes.
suppose.
Yes,
Yeah,
of
we've
course.
enjoyed having you.
Absolutely.
Tell me, is your suit really eyes?
No, somewhat. Mostly no, though. Anyway, yes, this has been quite delightful. I think I'll take my leave. I'll flip him like a gold coin.
Oh,
I don't know
shit.
if I have much.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. Tell you what, we'll be back around these parts in about a week or so. If you want to come back and hitch another ride, we'll help you out.
Oh, that's very kind indeed. No. It's best you just forget any appearance of me or any memory you have of me at all, actually, I think would be fine. So, but thank you and no, and very much no, thank you.
All right.
I'm going to get up and hop off and head to this Clarity building.
As all of this is occurring, Barry, how do you arrive on the scene?
Once Barry is closing in, he will open his ever-smoking bottle, and he will move as a 120-foot radius cloud of darkness into the city.
So
And
you're just this little cloud.
this 120-foot cloud of black smoke moving on the horizon.
It's
towards
specifically black smoke.
the city. Yeah.
Awesome. That's incredible. That's such a great. So you like pop that bad boy right as you like pull to the city.
Yeah. And I have a feature where I know north all the time. So
Oh yeah.
I don't get lost in the. My goal is to then put the stopper back on once I've reached like an alleyway or something. So then I will
Yeah.
escape out of the smoke. I just don't want to be seen. entering the city.
Absolutely. Why don't you still give me a stealth check, but with advantage?
Will do. That's a 23.
Yeah. You make no noise, and most people are like, huh, I forgot that there are steam vents in this city and that the steam is black. Huh. Anyway, and you just move like a random cloud throughout the city. A few people notice. At one point, you pass by a restaurant that has like this little patio outside where people are eating. And people are talking on them. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful day. Ew, I hate smoking. As if they're like criticizing somebody for smoking. But again, like you were just moving through. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as the cloud passes past the sun and things light up, you look to your left and just behind that restaurant is a nice, very well concealed alleyway.
Perfect.
That you just slide on into. Cool. You pop the top back on. Mm-hmm. All right. What are you doing now?
I'm going to try to find Claritas Security to return this item.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You have an item that...
I killed someone to get.
Yeah. I mean, that's the story for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you're looking specifically for Claritas Security. Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't be hard for you to look around because there are billboards everywhere. Mm-hmm. Probably the most common billboard is for Claritas Security. Stop by our office today at 1000 East Daiquiri Cove.
Got it.
And I forget, what are you wearing? What's your ensemble?
I imagine it's like a military garb that's been, like when Coldplay did the Viva La Vida stuff.
Okay, yeah.
When they were
You
wearing
just
like
took me
weird
back in time.
Spanish military outfits.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
Like
but there's
olive drab?
With no symbols.
Sure.
I removed any.
No identifying markers?
Yes.
Cool. But you make your way to this strange building that, again, looks like ascending staircases. And what I'll say is that we'll go back to you, Jimmy, and you're going to arrive first. As you approach the door, there's a guard standing on each side of the front door. One is a Goliath. The other is a wood elf. They're wearing these form-fitting suits that you've seen before. Black slacks, black sports jacket, white shirt, white tie.
So what, Bill was wearing the same thing?
Yep. Traditional three-piece suit. I mean, that's what it looked like. As you walk up, the Goliath begins to step forward, but the wood elf beats him to it. And he says, hello there. Welcome to Claritas Security. How may I be of service to you?
Oh, hi. I'm seeking clarity. I gotta have clarity.
Uh-huh.
And
the Goliath steps forward and she says, listen, why don't you come inside? We'll get you a glass of water.
That's a start.
We'll not...
Can you heat the water? I don't like cold water.
Sure. Oh, no, we've got it. Come on in.
Let's do it.
And she opens up the door. And first thing you notice is a rather large mahogany reception desk. And in gold letters behind it, right above the desk, it says Claritas Security. Sitting at the desk is a small elderly gnome and with big glasses. And she says, hello there. Welcome to Claritas Security. Oh, hey, Bob. Who you bringing in today? This man is seeking clarity and some hot water. Oh, you poor thing. Come on in. Come on. Hi, how you doing?
The hot water is really secondary, but
okay.
The clarity is what I'm here for, and I think the clarity needs me as much as I need it.
Sure. Barbara, I think we're okay. I think you can go back outside.
That's
Hi,
true.
my name's Myrtle. What's your name, sweetie?
Jim?
Jim? Okay. Why don't you have a seat right over here? And she points to a series of couches that are nice plush leather. And she says, why don't you have a seat? And I'll get you that water. And I'll tell you what, I'll find out how I can help you find your clarity. How about
Perfect.
that? And she says, help yourself to some water. It's a fabulous little machine. We just got it put in. And she points to this. It's a water cooler.
Does it have a hot and a cold button?
It's got a blue and a red switch. It's amazing. The water passes through a sapphire filter or a topaz filter. It's amazing. It can cool the water down or heat it right up for you.
That's incredible.
I know.
I found that the red button is often neglected in this part of the multiverse.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably true.
Thank you.
Why don't you have a seat? And as you are investigating that, Barry, you arrive next.
All right.
In your stealthy stealth ways. And you come up to this building. You see a wood elf in a three-piece black and white suit, form-fitting, and he's standing out there. And then a female Goliath comes walking out just as you arrive. They say, oh, hello. Welcome to Claritas Security. And they sort of narrow their eyes as they notice that you're an air genasi. And they say, how can we help you?
Hello? I would like to see the lady.
Do you have a name? An appointment?
No?
Okay. Do you know why you're here?
I will show them the note that was with the item, but not the item.
Okay. Sure. The wood elf takes it.
These items belong to the lady herself, and if they are found, they are to be returned to Claritas Securities in East Beach City immediately. A reward will be issued upon its return. May any who keep them for themselves be cursed.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, come on in. Just see Myrtle on your way in, and we'll get you taken
Thank you.
care of. And they sort of follow you in your glance as you walk in. You walk in, and there's two things you see. You see this big reception desk. You see this little gnome sitting at the table, and then you see a fire genasi, bald head, yet still sweet Fabio-esque mane flowing down the back of his head, chugging hot water.
I spit.
What?
I spit.
You spit at the
Just
fire
on the
genasi?
ground. I spit at the side of him.
Are you doing this obviously, like so that he notices?
No, it's just a
Gut reaction.
gut reaction.
Cool.
Should I roll to see if I noticed him spitting?
What's your
at me?
passive perception?
It's got to be terrible. No, it's 11.
And I don't think you've noticed.
I won't notice him otherwise.
Because
if
you
he doesn't
are-
spit at me, I will be drinking
I'll go
my
up to
water.
Myrtle.
Myrtle says, "Oh my gosh, look at that! 2 genasi in one day. What a crazy coincidence! Hi, I'm Myrtle. Welcome to Claritas Security. How can I help you?"
I would like to see the lady.
Oh, okay. And you show her the note. Mm-hmm. She says, "Oh, okay. You know what? Why don't you have a quick seat? I'm going to call somebody, and they're going to come down, and they're going to talk to you. Thank you for bringing this in, by the way.
Cool.
She's been waiting for this for some time." And she picks up a little pearl. "All right, yeah, just go ahead and have a seat right over there, honey.
Thank
We'll
you.
be right there." And a few beats later, you show up, Seeker.
So, Seeker would have probably staked this place out for a sec, kind of.
That's
from
kind of
afar,
what I'm thinking.
And watched and seen sort of who's coming in and out of it.
You would have seen probably these two.
I'm going to tap my hat, which I use my hat of disguise, so it lets me cast disguise self at will. And I'm just going to tap it, and I'm going to turn into one of those yokel wood elves I just met,
Oh, okay.
and look like them instead, and walk up to this
Cool.
entrance.
The wood elf greets you in Elvish and says, "Hail and well met, friend."
I'm going to.
Do you know Elvish?
Nope. I go, oh shit! I'm gonna reach out in my awakened mind to him and say, "Sorry, old friend, I do not. I'm a bit of a mute. If you wouldn't mind speaking to me through your mind, that would be much preferable."
So instead of in common saying that, you speak into their brain.
Yep.
And tap into their mind.
Yep.
And literally send this message. Do they know that you sent it?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, he's sort of taken aback and is sort of looking around. And can they answer?
I think so.
All right. I like where this is going.
I think that's how it works.
He sort of looks around and he looks at you, not really sure how this works. It sort of opens his mouth and is mouthing sort of what he's trying to say.
Yes, that's fine. I can read lips too, my friend. Yes, of course.
And he goes, "You still have the same voice. You just look like a wood elf
Yeah.
yokel." Okay. So he just looks at you and he says, "Okay, how can I help you?"
Well, if it helps my friend, I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder. I'm going to cast Friends on him.
What does that do?
It just gives me advantage on persuasion checks.
The Goliath begins to reach over
Sure.
because they don't know you.
It's
So
more
go
like
ahead and do persuasion
Okay.
on the wood elf with advantage.
That's going to be an 18.
So the wood elf just sort of looks at you and looks at Barbara and says, "Barbara, I think it's okay. Why don't I take you in and meet Myrtle?" And the wood elf is going to be speaking both in your mind and out loud. The wood elf is incredibly confused right now.
Sure.
And is not quite sure how to handle this situation and brings you inside.
Okay.
You come inside and you see a big desk, Claritas security, a gnome behind it. To your right, you see a fire genasi chugging water from a water cooler, and an air genasi just glaring at that fire genasi from across the room. And the floor is a nice marbled finish. There are windows everywhere, and you hear a voice go, "Oh my goodness, look at that. Another wood elf come to visit you. Robert, that must be so nice. Hi, I'm Myrtle. Come on in."
Yes, hello. I've come seeking a bit of clarity.
Well, isn't everybody today?
Oh, that's weird.
Isn't it? All right. Well, tell you what.
I'm going to look at those two as she says that.
Yeah, what do you think right now?
I'm just thinking that this feels like a trap, so this can't be good. But these two guys must be involved somehow.
Myrtle picks up her pearl and sort of goes off to the side. She leans off quietly and she starts speaking into the pearl.
I can read lips.
You can?
I have the observant feat.
Do you have to roll for that, or can you just fucking do
It
it?
just says I can read lips.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's everybody's passive perception again?
Mine is 11. I will say, and he said he's seeking clarity, that would have perked my ears up. And now I'm probably looking around the room, and I've noticed Barry, who I probably just scowled at and then kept looking around. Not scowled, maybe just narrowed my brows, like, why is he looking at me? And you're probably looking at me like, oh, he would look at me.
Yeah, he's looking right at me, isn't he?
Looking at
So
me.
y'all are exchanging the look of, yeah, you would look at me like that.
But I'm also curious about Seeker. One, the eyes are weird. I'm like, whoa, someone
Well,
else with a trench coat.
I
Oh,
did
shit.
cast Disguise Self,
Okay,
so
sorry.
I actually don't
So
look
you
bad.
look like a yokel
Yeah.
wood elf. So he's pretty unassuming, but I did hear that you're seeking clarity. So
Sure.
I'd probably just be like, yeah, seeking clarity. Me too. Like quietly mumbling that, where you might barely hear someone mumbling on the other side of the room, but I'm definitely not openly talking to
Sure.
you.
My passive perception's 17.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I have a 16.
Then, without having to read lips, you'll be able to hear.
Okay.
What's that, Mr. Rothtower? Send them all up. Oh, right away? Okay. Oh, wow. All right.
Okay, well, good news, gentlemen. Mr. Rothtower would like to see all of you, actually.
Exchanging of glances.
Yeah. It's pretty unusual. He doesn't usually take guests this time of day, but, you're all seeking clarity. I mean, all three of you walked in here and said you're seeking clarity. Isn't that bizarre?
I seek the lady.
Oh, that's right. You're seeking the lady. Well, you, sir, have got a reward coming your way.
Is this Mr. the lady?
Yeah, I'm going to let Mr. Rothtower tell you about that. And right around then you hear a bong as an elevator dings at the end of the room. And she says, okay, well, y'all can just take that elevator right on up. I promise. This is so exciting. I've never seen him meet with somebody after 4 o'clock. This is lovely.
Okay. I'll just
You're just going to go?
I'll just hop on my carpet and just glide into the.
You're going to glide. How big is your carpet?
Well,
It's not small.
no, but it's 5 by 7 feet.
It's a 15 by 15 elevator. So, yeah, you're going to take up a lot of space.
Okay, that's okay.
But
with
you're
me.
just floating above the ground
That's
in the
okay with me.
elevator? Okay, I like it.
I'm going to go and inside her, though, because I want to.
Go ahead.
15?
This is the most exciting thing that's happened to her all day.
How very sad for this person.
Yeah.
And I'll walk and follow the carpet riding man over to the elevator.
Barry, what you doing?
I'll enter the elevator.
Okay.
How much space is the carpet taking up?
just like a third of it. But yeah, don't mind me.
Are you sitting like cross-legged? Like you're-
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
just ready for an adventure.
Yeah, cross-legged, but just like otherwise kind of limp.
I see you don't ride elevators often, my friend.
No, I have an elevator.
Yes, yes, indeed.
It's dusty though.
Has the door closed yet?
It's closing right now.
After it closes, I'm going to say, I hope you fellows don't mind if I change it to something more comfortable. And I'm going to tap my hat and turn into an Earth Ganassi appearance instead. I believe I blew my cover out there a bit and really, really fucked things up. So I'm just going to change your face real quick. I don't think y'all.
I trust this air boy more than I trust you. If you're just changing shape, I don't know you.
Perhaps a different face would be more comfortable for your viewing.
I just don't know. You're no one.
No,
I can't trust you.
my
Is this who
name's-
you really are?
Yes, of course, my friend. I wouldn't lie to you.
I put my hand on your shoulder and I cast friends to try to persuade you,
All right.
which you will know a minute later that I did this to you.
Oh, it's only 8.
Yeah, I was just trying to convince you that I'm not trying to freak you out. But I don't
So persuasion checks I like to counter with insight checks if you don't necessarily believe them. But
I don't
do they
trust
get disadvantage if you cast friends?
No, I just get advantage.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Yeah, if you want to roll an insight to trust this guy.
Well, rolled a 1.
Oh, I got an 8.
Wow. Well, this is the saddest contest ever, but you win. Great job, Seeker.
You can trust me. I'm a friendly neighborhood. Clarence, that's my name. Yes, that is my full name.
Well, the Earth fellers didn't really defend us a whole lot in the battle, but they weren't actively attacking us. No offense, but yeah.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
of course. There's so much animosity between you two, of being in the old Grimsh Wars, of course. Yes, the air and the fire. Well, that's
No hard feelings.
Right.
The elevator dings. The door opens to this guy's just standing there with a paper cup. And the bottom of the paper cup is sort of like the water's dripping through it.
Sure.
And it's just
Yeah, you
onto the ground.
hate to see it.
And he's just standing there watching you. I was like, oh, I'm going down. I'm going down. And his water cup, it just keeps dripping through the torn paper cup. It's just dripping.
That poor guy.
If
We should-
somebody could just plug that drip. So today, I'm going to plug somebody a little different. I know we normally talk about Brett Bullion and other folks, but
Mostly just Brett Bullion.
mostly just Brett Bullion because he's fantastic. You should still follow him. Today, I'm going to plug Nan Bozeman. She is also an illustrator. She does body paint. She does murals. She's a live artist. Lots of things and custom drawings as well. You can find her on Twitter at Nansome Drawing. So it's Nansome, Nansome Drawing. You can also find her on Instagram, Nan Bozeman. Also Nansome Drawing on Instagram. Follow her, check out her art, subscribe. Ask her to do a painting for her. I will tell everybody it is 18 and older art, so be aware.
This is Jack, your old DM, your old worthless DM that no one wants anymore. So grab Sam
Replaced
instead.
DM.
Putting him in a home.
Replaced. Putting me in the hole. I'm gonna go ahead and do the old Brett Bullion plug. You know me. Website is brettbullionart.com. His Patreon is patreon.com/bb_tabletop. Twitter handle is Brett Bullion Art. This guy makes amazing fantasy art. He does commissions. He has does character sheets for D&D, and he's made our own map that we use for our world, for Biffton. He's amazing. Please look him up. For the first time ever, I am plugging our drips of our own drips. So, in case you haven't heard of us, we're Fables on Tables at Fables on Tables on Twitter. Or if you want to email us your complaints, you can go to fotpodcast@gmail.com. fotpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, if you hate this new narrator, just email them there.
Yeah, if you want Jack back, start it. But if you don't,
We need 100 signatures.
yeah,
so-
you're gonna need a lot to get me
Starting the
to
We
come
Want Jack
back.
Back campaign.
Yeah, hashtag Jack back.
Hashtag Where's Jack?
What happened, Jack?
Hashtag Run Home Jack. Anyway, so yeah, fuck him.
Elevator closes. That guy was going down, so you guys are going up. So he's gonna wait. He's gonna go get a new cup because his water dripped all over the floor.
I'm gonna light a cigar in the elevator.
It's bad for your lungs.
Mind your own business, airboy. All right, just let me do my thing.
Bad for my lungs too.
I stare him down and just
Oh.
smoke. I'm not gonna blow the smoke in his face, but I'm not gonna stop smoking in all directions.
I'm gonna put my hands on both of you. Cast friends on both of you.
Perhaps, my friends, I could break the tension here with a quick haiku. would ease your worried minds. The silent old pond. I look at Jim. A mirror of ancient calm. And then I look over at Barry. A frog leaps in. Splash.
Okay, both of y'all. Actually, I think you just roll persuasion with advantage.
At this point, we might be coming up on your old friends. Maybe
But you did
you're
it again
hostile
to me?
Yeah, maybe if I just keep doing it every minute.
Are you expending a spell slot when you do
This
this?
is a cantrip.
Oh, friends is a cantrip.
It only
Oh, yeah.
lasts a minute, though. This friend's
You spam
Bug.
a cantrip.
20 non-natural.
Beautiful haiku.
Oh, thank you, my friend. And your name?
Barrier Plum.
Very nice to meet you. Yes.
Nice to meet you. Your name?
Yes, I believe I said it was... Oh, shit. I
What?
forgot again. Yes, that was a lie. I'll tell you what, you guys seem nice. Somebody know me as Seeker. Yes.
You're a doppelganger?
No. But...
Yes. Yes.
But
It might be some kind of shifty two-halvesy.
Werewolf, maybe?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one before.
Right around the time that y'all are talking, the elevator stops and dings. The door will open, and you see another smaller reception desk, except you don't see anything behind it. And just immediately as the door opens, this kobold jumps up from behind the desk and says, "Everybody hold still!" and pushes a button, and a wave of energy comes at y'all.
Okay, well, I guess I just take a tiefling.
Take it like a tiefling.
I would just let my monkey would jump out from behind my back and just like try to shield me.
Barry, you doing anything?
I hold my breath
Great. I mean, you can do that forever.
forever.
Yeah, this wave of energy comes shooting over y'all, and it's sort of golden in color, and you don't feel anything, and you hear him go, "Okay, all clear. Y'all can go in now."
excuse me, my friend. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that. What?
Oh, yeah, the boss says I need to tell you I'm going to do that. Anyway, that's a what did he call it? Anti-divination. He's just trying to make sure no one's listening in. Come on in. And he pushes a button.
Very rude.
I know, right? Classic. Y'all's faces were great. And he sits back down and opens up a comic and he goes, "Y'all can go in now."
You should have to warn someone, you know?
Yes, no, I find that very offensive. I'm a bit rattled myself.
You're fine. Didn't even hurt.
I don't know, my heart skipped a beat. That could do problems, I assume.
Wow. Is your heart okay?
I don't know.
You're heartbroken?
I feel quite lightheaded.
Because I pushed a button.
To be honest,
You
you're
okay?
a very cruel little thing, aren't you?
You want some water? Yeah, it's my shtick. I'm Steve.
Steve, I'm going to make your life miserable soon. Don't worry.
Say under my breath.
I'll ash my cigar on his head. Say, "Fuck you, Steve."
I mean, that's outwardly hostile.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Steve, how do you like it when someone just surprises you with something painful?
Steve goes, "Ow!"
I didn't put it out on his head. I ashed it.
you
I just
ashed it.
tapped the ash onto him. I wasn't trying to burn him.
Oh, okay. So you're literally
Yeah, I'm
tapping
just
ash.
ashing him. Yeah, and just being like, "Fuck you."
He laughs. He's
Okay.
like,
Okay.
"That's funny. See, this guy gets me."
No, Steve, he's just shitting on you quite Anyway, forget it. It's lost on you, Steve. You're just a cruel little thing. And you hurt
See, you
me.
get me.
Okay.
Anyway, y'all can go in.
All right, fine.
The door opens, and you see a very different room on the other side. The rest of this building has been windows, has been marble floors, has been metal, interspersed. But you see a room completely covered in chrome, chrome and copper finish, and whose windows are completely tinted, blackened almost. So it's actually somewhat cool as the door opens, as the sunlight can't penetrate the tint of this window very well. It's not dark or anything. It's just insulated very well. And there is a violet dragonborn sitting in a chair at the end of the room. "Steve, I told you got to tell him whenever you're going to push that fucking button. I'm so sorry, gentlemen. Come on in. Don't mind him. He's just a little shit. Come on in. Hello."
Hello,
Thank
my
you.
friend.
And he stands up, and he's just shy of 7 feet tall. and he is a violet dragonborn in an extremely nice silver suit. Nice to meet all of you. My name is Vernon Rothtower. Come on in, please have a seat. And by the way, feel free to, and he looks over at you, Seeker. He's like, feel free to make yourself comfortable as well, mate. And he just stares at you a little bit and then sits back down.
Can't imagine what that would possibly mean.
He means you're a liar.
Oh, come on now. None of that. No need for that. I'm an honest Joe. Good.
Werewolf or
I have no room, time. I don't like liars.
No, he's not a liar. He's just using magic. Please, come have a seat.
He's a lie. His face is a lie.
You know, I had come to like you when you spit your ash on that stupid little kobold's face, but no.
Kobold sucks.
Well, yes, of course.
But you suck.
Steve.
Shut up, Steve.
Yeah, fuck Steve.
Anyway, fine. I
Honestly,
suppose.
Steve sorta does suck. Please, come on in and have a seat.
I'll, since I guess the ruse is up, I'll tip my hat and turn into a tiefling. I'll look like myself.
Great.
I know that he's a doppelganger.
Please have a seat. I believe we have much to discuss, although I'm sure you're all a little confused as to why you're here in the first place. So allow me to illuminate the situation. First and foremost, does anybody need a drink? And he pushes a button on his desk and a little minibar opens up behind him.
Oh, whiskey.
Oh, man
Whiskey.
after my own heart. And he reaches over and he grabs a glass decanter and he opens up a desk drawer and pulls out a small glass, pours about 2 fingers of whiskey and sets it on the edge of his table. Please help yourself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll take it.
Sir, your name?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Perhaps I'm going to use an Eldritch Invocation to cast Eldritch Sight and detect magic at will.
Sure.
Anytime I use an invocation, a third eye is opening up on my head.
Sure.
And that is perceiving this, but as my disguise hat, you don't see that. The disguise is
The
at
active,
current
sure.
is that I am a tiefling, but actually there is a third eye in my head that
Got
is
it.
looking. It's like this purple eye comes open in my forehead, and it's looking around for anything magical on this shelf that he's pointing to.
Nice. I like to think about the detect magic not only can tell you the school of magic, but that magic has colors, like extrasensory perception,
Okay.
sort of like synesthesia. Like you
Yeah.
can see magic happening. So first thing you notice is his suit. His suit is sort of glowing with this enchantment magic. And now that you're doing this, you can sort of see more fine details about his suit. It's definitely not just a 3-piece suit.
Okay.
And you also notice it's weird as you're looking at the walls almost have a fuzzy nature about them, as if your magic is stopping there.
Oh, okay.
There is like a dampening effect that these tinted windows are having. And a few of the bottles of liquor are glowing with a type of enchantment magic as well.
Oh, I will ask for one of those to be poured for me.
Okay. Yeah, he has a gin that is glowing with enchantment magic.
I think gin is right at my alley.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
He goes, oh, yeah, well, you got a good eye for that one, don't you? And he pours this gin, and I think you might be interested. And he pulls out another drawer that's actually an icebox drawer. And he pulls out a few frozen white grapes and drops them in the gin.
Okay.
The enchantment on the gin is that there is nothing to the taste except for like the floral qualities. There's no burn. He says, well, let me start out by saying my name, Vernon Rothtower. I am the owner of Claritas Security. I would love to know each of your names since you strolled into my building.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I knew you wanted to talk to me. Somehow I knew. They all thought I was crazy. I'm Jim.
Nice to meet you, Jim. And you, sir?
Barry Arplume.
Barry. Nice to meet you. Brave of you to come into the city.
Thank you.
Not a lot of people are very happy with the air you can all see right now.
Yeah. He was, happened.
Yeah, I do know what happened, but you can't blame one man for an army's work, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. When war happened, that's a big deal.
It was a big deal, but,
It's kind of awkward. I'll do, yeah. This elephant in the room, a little bit over there.
No, I'm Barry, and are you the lady?
No, I'm afraid I'm not the lady, but I did hear from Myrtle about your note, and I've got to say, Lady Igraine will be so happy to get her box back from you.
Wait, you're the lady? Does the lady look like this? Is she really ugly?
Is it?
So, you're gonna show the cameo?
I'll show the cameo to him.
Why don't you, Barry, give me a wisdom saving throw real fast as you look at this cameo?
A 4.
Wow, this is so good. Okay. This is the ugliest being you've ever seen.
Oh,
It's horribly ugly.
oh no.
And as you look at it,
Oh,
the room sort of gets a little dark around the edges, and now all you can see is this cameo.
oh,
And you hear voices in your head, whispers. Sounds like old ladies talking over each other.
oh no.
And you hear them say,
You will find paradise, paradise for you. Seek a boat out east, paradise for you.
and you feel an odd compulsion to get on a boat and find paradise.
Oh my god.
But you don't recognize the being that's on this cameo.
No, I don't know.
So I'm just watching you react to this, and I'm like,
Paradise.
you want to go to paradise, right?
Yeah, I gotta get on a boat.
Yeah.
You're
All right.
frightening
All right.
picture.
Cool, me too. Yeah, I agree. That's something we can bond over. That's not as awkward.
Do y'all know about paradise?
I.
No. Yeah.
Are you nodding and saying no at the same time?
I'm nodding and shaking my head, saying, yeah, nah.
I like you, bunch. Listen, I didn't catch your name.
Well, you have me at a disadvantage. I am. You simply may refer to me as Seeker.
That's
That is
fine.
Sort of my alias.
That's completely fine.
Yes.
I want you all to know that as soon as each of you walked in, you tripped a series of magic sensors that we have all throughout this building.
Shit.
As you might have guessed, we are securities industry. I will say this. You don't need to fear the law, perhaps as you may have feared in other places. Something you may or may not have noticed in this town is a particular lack of white-armed individuals. You see, a long time ago, this city, well, it just sort of was. There were casinos, there were families running things, but there wasn't a law. There was nothing keeping everything together. And then the Rangers showed up and they tried to establish law and order, but you can't really have law and order and goody two-shoes in a town where people are out to make money. Am I right? This is not
Yes.
the place for that.
You are correct.
Yes, fuck the Rangers.
Yes.
How much you want to bet?
Oh, you're a betting man, is it?
Yeah.
I bet I can find a place for you then.
Okay.
Listen, everyone was out for themselves. Once someone got too big, all the other rats would crawl out of the gutter and take them out. The Rangers they had their shot, but all they found was a bottomless well of corruption. And then the war broke out, and all of a sudden, no more Rangers here. Now the war's over, the Rangers stretched pretty thin, so they need somebody else. And that's where we come in. You see, Claritas Security, however, is an accredited institution. We have been licensed by the Rangers in Okinawa to dispense justice as needed. So I want to make one thing perfectly clear. We are the law. You don't need to worry about your presence in my city. As long as you work with me, I'll make sure the Rangers never even knew any of you were here. So, the reason I've asked all of you lot up here, with your magic abilities, with your perhaps shady past, and your just cracker's view on the world in general, I need somebody who has no connection to this city whatsoever. I need a job done. And here's what I'm about to offer you. 500 platinum each, and any other items you might find along the way. It's a job that definitely is dangerous. It's absolutely against certain laws, and it is 100% not guaranteed to be survivable.
I'm in.
Wow. Okay. Well, I got one.
Yes. One hand washes the other.
Ideally, you wash both your hands because,
No, your hand washes my hand. We wash each other's
sounds
hands.
intimate.
Yes, he's talking about a circle, I believe, of washing, if that's correct.
Yes.
Catherine.
And what about you, Seeker?
Oh.
Or should I sweeten the pot a bit for you?
Well, I do love sweet pots, indeed, yes, of course. I'm going to lean back and look like I'm thinking, but I'm actually going to try and contact Oracle, this eye in my head,
Sure.
and see what she thinks about this. She has a word.
There's a lot more static than usual. It's a little harder to get the message through. So there is a divination suppression field
Yeah, I'm realizing that now.
around the top floor.
Oh, shit, I say out loud.
I'm looking for information. There's information to be found, and that stuff is worth a lot. So I'll let you in on the details if you're in.
Yes, well, I suppose I am.
We'll see y'all next time on Fables on Tables.